Hello students, now let's see some examples on primitive Pythagorean triplet. Example, find all primitive Pythagorean triplet x, y, z with 0 less than z less than 50 if x, y, z is a primitive Pythagorean triplet then x is equal to r square minus s square, y is equal to 2rs and z is equal to r square plus s square, where r and s are integers of opposite parity. Integers with opposite parity with GCD of R and S is 1 and R greater than S greater than what? 0. This should satisfy. So let's form a table for that. Here let's write R, S, X, Y and what? Z. Let's do this. So now here we have to take Z from 0 to 50. So, and one more thing, x square plus y square should be z square. This should satisfy. We have to determine these things. Also, z is equal to r square plus s square. So, let's take z is equal to 5. Then r will be 2, s will be 1. Look at this condition should satisfy. The GCD of r and s should be 1 and r greater than s greater than what? 0. And r square plus s square is what? 5. Now, using these values find x and y. Now, let me take z is equal to 13. It will be addition of 2 squares. So, let's take r is equal to 3, s is equal to 2. Then 17. Then r is equal to 4, s is equal to 1. Then 25. R is equal to 4, s is equal to 3. Then 29. R is equal to 5, s is equal to 2. Further 41. So r is equal to 5, s is equal to 4. Then before that one left 37. So r is equal to 6, s is equal to 1. And suppose 61, then r is equal to 6, s is equal to what? 5. R must be greater than s, that's why I can take as such. Otherwise we can take the reverse pairs also. Now what is x? Using this, x is what? R square minus s square. So r square minus s square, so this is 3. Y is what? Y is 2rs, so it will be 4. Then again here x is 5, r will be what? Sorry, y will be 12. Again x will be 15, r will be what? Y will be what? 8. Again here it is 7 and this is 24. This is 21, this is 20. Okay, again here it will be 9, this is 9, this will be 40, this is 35, this will be 12. Again this is 11, this will be what? 60. So now out of these, which are our required primitive Pythagorean triplet? Now this 61 we cannot take because our z is less than what? 50. So here onwards we can take these one. These all one we can take. So let me write the answer. Thus the primitive Pythagorean triplet, primitive Pythagorean triplets x, y, z with 0 less than z less than 50 are 3, 4, 5, 12, 13. This one also we can write as 4, 3, 5. Again here 12, 5, 13. Then next 15, 8, 17. Then 8, 15, 17. Then 7, 24, 25. Then 24, 7, 25. Then 21, 20, 29. 20, 21, 29. 9, 40, 41. 49, 41. Then 35, 12, 37. Then 12, 35 and 37. These are the required primitive Pythagorean triplets which satisfies the given condition for R and S and also 0 less than Z less than 50. Now let's see the next example. If x, y, z is primitive Pythagorean triplet then first one of x and y is divisible by 3. Is divisible by 3. Second, one of x, y and z is divisible by 5. Divisible by 5. Okay. Solution. Given that x, y, z is primitive Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. Then there exists x is equal to r square minus s square, y is equal to 2rs and z is equal to r square plus s square. Okay, where r and s are of opposite parity. with GCD of R and S is 1 and R greater than S greater than what? 0. First, if 3 doesn't divide R and 3 divides S, this implies 3 divides 2RS, that is 3 divides what? Y. Now if 3 doesn't divide R and 3 doesn't divide S, and you know 3 is prime, 3 is prime, then by Fermat's theorem, what? R raised to 3 minus 1 congruence to 1 modulo 3 and S raised to 3 minus 1 congruence to 1 modulo 3. Okay. Therefore, R square minus S square congruence to 0 modulo 3. That is X congruence to 0 modulo 3. That gives 3 divides what? X. Now, what we have did? If 3 does divide R, 3 divides S, then we have proved 3 divides Y. And 3 doesn't divide R, 3 doesn't divide S, then 3 divides X. So, one of them is divisible by what? 3. Now, second part, if 5 doesn't divide R and 5 divides S, this gives 5 divides 2RS, that is 5 divides what? Y. Now, if 5 doesn't divide R and 5 doesn't divide S and 5 is prime, then by Fermat's theorem, R raised to 5 minus 1 congruence to 1 modulo 5 and S raised to 5 minus 1 congruence to 1 modulo 5. That is R raised to 4 congruence to 1 modulo 5, S raised to 4 congruence to 1 modulo 5. That is R raised to 4 minus S raised to 4 congruence to 0 modulo 5. That implies R square minus S square into R square plus S square congruence to 0 modulo 5. That is, this gives R square minus S square congruence to 0 modulo 5 and R square plus S square congruence to 0 modulo 5. So, R square minus S square is what? X. So, this says X congruence to 0 modulo 5 and Z congruence to 0 modulo 5. So, this gives 5 divides X and 5 divides what? Z also. So, while assuming one of them doesn't divide R, other will divide, then Y, it divides Y, and if both doesn't divide them, then it divides X as well as Z. Now, let's see the next one. Next example. Find all positive Pythagorean triplets whose terms forms an arithmetic progression, whose terms forms an arithmetic progression. AP. Solution. Suppose XYZ is Pythagorean triplet whose terms forms an arithmetic progression. That is, x is equal to a, y is equal to a plus b, z is equal to a plus 2b. a, b are positive integers. As x, y, z is Pythagorean triplet, so x square plus y square is equal to what? Z square. Therefore, a square plus a plus b whole square is equal to a plus 2b whole square. So, what does this give? A square plus 2ab plus b square equal to a square plus 4ab plus 4b square. So, this gives a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to 4b square. That is, a minus b whole square is equal to 2b whole square. That is, a minus b is equal to plus minus 2b. That is, a is equal to b plus minus 2b. That gives a is equal to either 3b or a is equal to what? Minus b. But a will be 3b because as a, b are positive integers. A and b are positive integers. So, if they are positive, this will become negative. So, it should be positive. So, 3b is the correct value. If 3b is the correct for the a, then we can easily find x, y and z from it. Therefore, x is what? 3 into b. Y will be 4 into b. And z is what? 5b. Thus all positive Pythagorean triplets whose terms forms an arithmetic progression are what? 3k, 4k, 5k, where k is what? In set of positive integer. Now, here after this example, let me write one result and we will solve examples on that result in next video. Okay, simply remember that result. We will see the examples on that one in next video. Result: f of x is equal to an x raised to n plus a n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus so on up to a1x plus a naught. Consider a congruence equation. F of x congruence to 0 modulo m. Let n of m. What does it say? It denotes the number of solutions. It denotes the number of solutions to f of x congruence to 0 modulo m. Okay. If m equal to m1 into m2 with m1 and m2 are relatively prime, then nm is same as nm1 into nm2. If m is equal to product of p raised to alpha where over p, then nm will be product of np raised to alpha over p. So we have to memorize this result to solve examples on it. Let me take one example so that you can get it. Find all solutions of first x square plus x plus 7 congruence to 0 modulo 3. Okay. So here solution, let f of x is what? X square plus x plus 7. Now complete residue system modulo 3 is what? 0, 1 and 2. When x is 0, f of x is what? 7. It doesn't congruence to 0 modulo 3. Okay. X is equal to 1. Then f of x is 9. It congruence to 0 modulo 3. Okay. X is equal to 2. Then f of x is equal to 13. It doesn't congruence to 0 modulo 3. Okay. Therefore, x equal to 1 is the only one solution to the congruence x square plus x plus 7 congruence to 0 modulo 3. And here you can say, from this we can say n of m is what here, or n of m will be what here? 3. N of m is what? N of 3 will be what? 1 here. As such you can find out this. Now let's take one more. Find all solutions of. So the example is second, x square plus 2x minus 3, x cube, let me take x cube, congruence to 0 modulo 5. So solution, let f of x is equal to x cube plus 2x minus 3. Complete residue system complete residue system modulo 5 is what? 0, 1, 2, 3 and what? 4. Okay, x is equal to 0, then f of x is equal to minus 3. It doesn't congruence to 0 modulo 5. X is equal to 1, then f of x will be, it will be 0. It congruence to 0 modulo 5. X is equal to 2, that time f of x will be 9. It doesn't congruence to 0 modulo 5. X is equal to 3, then f of x equal to 30. It doesn't congruence to 0. It congruence to 0 modulo 5. X is equal to 4, then f of x equal to 69. It doesn't congruence to 0 modulo 5. Therefore, x is equal to 1 and 3 are the two solutions of x cube plus 2x minus 3 congruence to 0 modulo 5. Okay, now here onwards other examples we will take in next video. Thank you.